Welcome back to AG Chelsea TV. This is a YouTube channel for news, stories, and analysis surrounding Chelsea Football Club. I will update new video every day. Like, subscribe and turn on notifications to support me. Chelsea to hand new contract to Ian Maatsen. Ian Maatsen almost became the biggest talking point of Chelsea's transfer deadline day when the club accepted a £31.5 million offer from Burnley for him. The club were happy for him to go, but the Dutchman rejected the chance to return permanently to the team where he spent last season on loan, and has settled into his role fighting for minutes at Stamford Bridge, with that avenue closed. Football London are reporting that Chelsea are making moves towards renewing his contract. He showed through pre-season that he's a versatile player with bags of quality, and we love to see him back himself and turn down the chance to leave. Whether he has a chance of many minutes at all once Christopher Nkunku is back and Cole Palmer is fully fit is questionable. But once a new deal is sorted, the club know they can rely on him sticking around at the very least as a valuable asset for the future, whether that's as a player in the team or gaining value on loan. With his current deal expiring at the end of this season, however, they better get a move on. Lavia has been hard at work on his fitness in last 2 weeks. Romeo Lavia has been hard at work on his fitness since joining Chelsea 2 weeks ago. That is according to well-respected journalist Simon Phillips. Romeo Lavia, who's just 19, completed his transfer from Southampton to Chelsea in mid-August. The Blues have coughed up a £58 million Sky Sports deal for the teenage midfielder, but he's still yet to make his club debut as he's not match fit. Phillips has reported today via his Substack that he's heard Lavia has been working very hard in the last couple of weeks to regain match fitness. It is believed the young midfielder is close to that stage, too. Journalist Nizar Kinsella recently claimed on Twitter that Chelsea have an agreement in place with the Belgian national side not to call up Lavia to their side until he's fully fit again. Hopefully, the summer signing is back and ready after the ongoing international break. Pep Guardiola makes Cole Palmer feelings clear over Chelsea transfer. Manchester City boss Pep Guardiola was claimed to be disappointed with the loss of Cole Palmer this summer, with the youngster making the switch to Chelsea in the transfer window. The England youth international joined the Blues in a deal worth roughly £45 million, adding a much-needed option that can play out wide and as a number 10. Along with that, Mauricio Pochettino will get some Premier League experience in his ranks, albeit with only a few appearances to his name. Palmer has impressed in his short spell with City, scoring huge goals against Arsenal in the Community Shield and Sevilla in the UEFA Super Cup. The head coach was full of praise for his new addition at Stamford Bridge, believing he fits the exact vision of the board above him. "I think he fits the project," said Pochettino shortly after the youngster signed. "He is a young, talented player. Of course, he decided to come because he expects to play maybe more and be more important here, but that is not the most important thing. He wanted to come because he has seen the Chelsea project is for him. He wants to improve his game and he needs to show he is better than his teammates and deserves to play and find his place. We need to be careful with young guys. Like experienced players, they need time to settle." Amidst all the chaos is also the impact on Manchester City and the plans for their manager when it comes to Palmer. According to Team Talk, Guardiola was disappointed with the loss of the 21-year-old just before the end of the transfer window, with hopes of using him in the future. However, Palmer had been seeking assurances on his game time going forwards, something that couldn't be guaranteed by Guardiola. That is what led to the exit, with Chelsea making their project clear to the forward, where he made a switch their priority. It remains to be seen how well Palmer will fit in with the Blues in the future. However, there's plenty of promise that has been spotted by Guardiola and his coaches that they will be hoping to make the most of. Burnley could move for £80 million, monster, in January. Despite the transfer window only shutting last week, Chelsea are already looking at bringing in attacking reinforcements in January, and according to the Evening Standard, they could make a shock move for a rival Premier League frontman. The Blues' start to the season has been less than perfect for new manager Mauricio Pochettino, as his side currently sits 12th in the Premier League table and have only scored 5 goals in their first 3 games, with 3 of the goals coming against bottom of the league Luton. In the Chelsea's last game before the international break, they embarrassingly lost 1-0 at home to Nottingham Forest. During the game, the West London outfit controlled 76.1% and 21 shots, but were only able to muster 2 shots on target, per Sky Sports. On top of this new signing, Nicolas Jackson squandered a sitter that could already be a contender for miss of the season, after missing the target completely from 4 yards out. After the game, the Argentine manager said, "Today, We created chances. We were not clinical enough in the last third. We should score if we want to win, make one mistake and concede. Chelsea have limited options at striker despite signing strikers David Washington and Cole Palmer in the latest transfer window. Furthermore, academy graduate Armando Broja is still returning from fitness after he tore his ACL last season. Indeed, as per the Standard, Brentford talisman Ivan Toney is a potential transfer target for Pochettino and Todd Boehly heading into the new year. For the time being, though, the former Tottenham Hotspur manager will have to make do with his current options, none of whom could match the Englishman's 21 goals in all competitions last term. There's no doubt that the English international, who Brentford reportedly value at £80 million, would bring much-needed experience to a Chelsea side that has an average age of 23.7, the youngest in the Premier League. Across his career, the 27-year-old has played 401 games for 8 different clubs, scoring 165 goals and registering 59 assists. Via Transfermarkt, last season, the 5'10" monster, as once lauded by Horizon United creator Ryan Haber, had an average SofaScore rating of 7.25, the highest at Brentford, as well as ranking in the top 20% of strikers in Europe for goals per 90 minutes. He also ranked in the top 14% for passes into the final third and top 9% for crosses into the penalty area. Per FBref, speaking on TalkSport in 2022, former Crystal Palace chairman Simon Jordan described Toney as an outstanding player. He came into the Premier League with a reputation of being a difficult player to play against because he is unorthodox. He also claimed, forget unorthodox, he is a high-quality player that not only scores goals, but makes goals. He works hard. He is an absolute credit to himself, to his football team and his manager. First of all, he's probably the best penalty taker in the division by a country mile. Despite being an ideal target for Chelsea, the former Peterborough United forward is currently serving an 8-month ban from football that lasts until January 27 after he was found guilty of betting offences. This means that if he signs for Chelsea, he might be in a similar boat to the current crop of strikers, who are either lacking in confidence or the experience to play at the very top level. Though his goal-scoring record suggests he could well be the final answer to the club's long-standing number 9 problem. And that's the end of this video. Don't forget to subscribe and turn on notifications to support me.